You said about high altitude. Does that change how it's designed?
Of course,
Okay.
high altitude changes in the engine and changes in the electric motor too.
Okay.
Because electric motors, you have to have a different air gap at the higher up altitude that you go.
Right. Right.
But I mean, those are minor little changes. But
Mhm.
when you're changing from a diesel to electric, that's a big change.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And then from
Interesting.
the older diesel machines, the older control system diesel machines, to go to a new ultra state of the art electric machine, it's more than just changing the two electric motors to from diesel to electric. You have to do all the control systems as well, right? So
Okay.
it's a little bit more of a challenge. That's why it's anywhere from 40 to 60% of new.
Right. But I guess if the equipment's in good return as well,
Of course.
that's almost building on the like for the renewables. You're not even having to redo a whole new machine. You're getting reuse out of it.
Right, and you look at the Canadian side, the Canadian machines. Every one of the 62 machines sorry, in Canada,
Mm-hmm.
and out of the 62 machines, every single one of those machines are still running the original structure. All their steel structures, their boom,
Yeah.
everything's still original. So when you look at it, that standpoint, they're lifetime structures anyway. So then you look at really what's the cost if the rest of the machine's in pretty good shape. Changing over to electric motors and electric control is a lot more of a savings, right?
Right.
And then you get some of the larger properties where electricity is easier to get at, then it makes a lot more sense. Because if you're just looking at converting a machine to electric from diesel, like Arctic, for example,
Yeah.
realistically, you're not going to run a power line all the way to the Arctic, which would
Mhm.
cost you billions
Right.
to
Right.
save millions. I mean, it just wouldn't do.
Yeah. And with you representing Komatsu Germany as well, i- the Komatsu seems like they're a leader in so many fronts in the mining. Are they always looking at what's coming for the innovation side as well on these machines?
Constantly. And we didn't touch on the new technologies. There's lots of things like dig assist to be able to have the operator be able to operate the machine to its ultimate effectiveness, right? When it's digging into the bank. So you got the system that'll actually be able to help with the operator dig. So that's the future.
Okay.
That will be because then it's all about saving fuel or saving
Yep.
electricity to move a ton of dirt.
So with the dig assist, is that like you said, we didn't actually touch on that, but that's interesting. Is it basically instructing like where the optimal place to?
No, it's having the operator. I'll give you a real easy example.
Perfect.
A hydraulic shovel, you push the bucket into the face and you curl
Yeah.
and pull, right?
Yeah.
So if you get somebody that's trying to dig it in an arc, like in a rope shovel as an example, it
Okay.
wouldn't dig very well.
Okay.
So it would take away a lot of that from the operator to be able to force them to, and also when they're digging, is to be able to utilize much smoother operations. So if you take like on a 26 to 30-second cycle,
Mm-hmm.
if you can save 3 seconds on a cycle, that's 10%. That's a lot.
Right.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And over each cycle, and you look at over the years, I mean, the payback gets even crazier, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's in a nutshell what dig assist is now
But
bringing.
technologies, one of the things like electric, and Dylan hit on it. I mean, if you have the access to electricity, that's great. I guess the future would be is where does the hydrogen fuel cells come into play?
Okay.
Because then you got hydrogen fuel cells that create energy, electricity to power an electric shovel, or a mini nuclear reactor,
Mm-hmm.
or some other form of renewable resources that could use to power machines. And then, you get into the true world where you get into environmentally friendly oils and greases,
Yeah.
which are food grade type greases. So then they truly become zero carbon machines.